All right. Pauline, thanks for joining us today. This session will be presented by the Barton School of Business. There's two advisors, Zach and Caroline, and I'll let them introduce themselves here in a second. But if you have any questions, feel free to stick them in the chat at any time, and then we'll get through the presentation. If you would feel more comfortable asking out loud, feel free to unmute yourself at the end of the presentation. We'll be a super tight-knit group here, so feel free to ask anything and everything you want. And we're here, and I will let you guys have it.
Awesome. Thank you, Jenna. Well, welcome, Pauline. Anybody else who's going to be watching this? My name is Zachary Brown. I'm the manager of academic advising and student services for the Barton School of Business. And I'm joined today with my colleague, Caroline. Let her introduce herself.
Hi, I'm Caroline Beach, and I'm the transfer academic advisor for the Barton School of Business.
All right, thank you. So yeah, we're just glad that you took a little bit of time out of your Tuesday today to kind of learn a little bit more about the Barton School. And we'll go ahead and kind of just go through, and here's just a little bit of agenda for what we're going to be talking about today. Obviously, we've got our introductions out of the way. So we just want to give you a little bit more information. We know you've probably already enrolled and made your decision about what you want to major and study in, and that is great. We just want to make sure that we solidify that you made the best decision possible. So some information about some cool things we have about the Barton School, some information about our new building, Woolsey Hall, opening this time next year, and then just a little bit of last information on enrollment, dual advising, and contact us. So I'll just go ahead. And I would say the most important thing that you're going to get from the Barton School of Business, we have lots of cool clubs, lots of organizations, lots of opportunities. But obviously, the reason why you're coming to Wichita State and the Barton School of Business is to get a world-class education. And if you didn't know this, here in the Barton School, we are among the top 1% of all business schools in the world due to our accreditation status. We are accredited by an organization known as the AACSB, or the Association for the Advancement of Collegiate Schools of Business, and they are basically the gold standard for evaluating and accrediting schools of business internationally. We are among fewer than 1% of business schools in the world that have a specific accreditation for our overall business school, but then one also for our accounting program. So that makes the quality of your courses top notch, and pound for pound, we're going to punch as hard as any other school that you're going to look at in the entire world. So we're very proud of that, and we think that gives our students lots of fantastic opportunities to further their studies and to really have an education that makes them very competitive in the marketplace. So Caroline, tell us about the different majors we've got.
Yeah, so we have the widest selection of majors in Kansas. You can choose from 14 different major programs and 14 different minors. With some of our major programs, we do offer those with a real estate emphasis. 4 of those actually have a real estate emphasis available. And then we also have about 6 of those that are offered as online or in person. And so we do have flexible class options that allow for those online in-person classes. These classes are taught by faculty and instructors. So you're going to be learning firsthand from experts who are from the business industry, looking at doing research within those fields. You're going to be getting information firsthand as far as what you should know about those business environments. And with that, we have the widest selection of business majors among all universities in the state of Kansas.
So I think a good way in which we approach things with our curriculum here is we have so many options. I like to say we have something for everybody in the field of business. And the way our curriculum is set up is you don't have to decide right away. Every student's going to take the same common group of business classes called your business core. So that way you really get a lot of good exposure to our different fields, and you can make a truly informed choice about what the right fit is going to be for you. So that way you're not just throwing a dart at a board and hoping and praying it lands on the major you like. We can make sure that we get you into something that you can see yourself being really successful in. And of course, another important thing that people want to know about is, okay, I need money. I mean, fair enough. So here at the Barton School, we like to think that we are very generous with our scholarships. We award more than $750,000 in scholarships every year. We have more than 170 different scholarships available to our students, ranging from if you're an incoming high school student to transfer students to, we're even working on a few specific scholarships for some of our WSU Tech students and new transfers. So once that information comes available and we have the scholarship plans finalized, you can definitely count on us and Jenna to help keep you aware of those things. That way, hopefully, you can get your slice of the pie. But we do recommend that any of our students who are interested in applying for scholarships, you can fill out your scholarship application online, and that's at that website, wichita.edu/BUS scholarships. And I'll go ahead and drop that link in the chat. But we want to make sure that cost of attendance is not a barrier for our students, and we are very, like I said, very generous with our scholarships. More than $750,000 of scholarships awarded every year.
Even if the scholarship deadline has already passed, we still encourage students to go ahead and fill out that application, because if scholarships or new funds are becoming available throughout the year, we can consider you for those funds.
Absolutely.
So our goal is to give you as much real-world experience with your classes as possible. Because of this, with some of our major programs, you can use up to 3 credit hours of internship towards your degree. You can also earn internships from local and global companies, such as Textron Aviation, Spirit Air Systems, Koch Industries, BKD Accounting, NetApp, and more. And so we do have what we call BizFest. It's our career festival that we have every year in the spring, where we bring up to about 60 plus employers to come hire you. They want to meet with students. You can bring in your resume. There's usually a lunch that's provided as well. So it's a great opportunity to really network and connect with these potential employers, even learn just what are the different business industries looking for as they're hiring students, and really help to be able to set you apart to step into a role upon graduation.
Yeah, I mean, that is also, like Caroline said, one of the best free food opportunities of the year. So definitely don't make sure that you don't miss out on that. But they are looking for students from all points. You know, they're looking for students who have just started their program here at Wichita State to somebody who's about ready to graduate, and they're looking for full-time job post-employment. So we definitely encourage you. This happens usually in February every year. But, you know, next year, be on the lookout for BizFest, sign up and take advantage of that fantastic opportunity, because they want to hire you. We also want to make sure that we're able to connect our students with, you know, the resources and everything they need to maybe launch their own great idea, their own great business. So here at Wichita State, we have a proud legacy of successful student entrepreneurs. And so one way that a student can be successful is through our Shocker New Venture competition. And that's our annual new business competition. Think of it kind of like the TV show Shark Tank. But every year we award more than $10,000 to our student entrepreneurs to start a new business. So you can see here, this is some of our former winners. They won an $8,500 check of just cash money that goes toward their business. But then they also earn about $1,500 or more just professional memberships, ways to network, ways to grow, ways to continue to get consulting and advice as they're growing their business and making it to the next great thing. So there's, you know, we select a lucky group of students every year, and there's no reason why it can't be a student like you in the future. So if you're interested in this, again, this happens usually in the spring, be on the lookout for the Shocker New Venture competition, answer your idea, and you can be the next one to get a big check like that.
We also have a number of ways that you can get involved. So Wichita State has several student organizations, but we have some here that are specific for business students. With some of these organizations, it's not just something that you're going to be involved in while you're here at the university. So for example, Human Resource Management, SHRM, that's one that actually feeds into the Wichita chapter, feeds into the state of Kansas chapter, and then that's actually a nationally recognized organization. So often when you're getting involved, you're setting yourself up to be part of these programs as long as you're going to be in your career. You also have Barton School Dean's Ambassadors, where you would work closely with our dean's office, assist with any events. The Barton International Group, which students are often contracted to complete work with organizations around the world. They usually will do some type of a study abroad trip where they can see firsthand the work that they've been doing, how it's impacted these companies. So with these organizations, it definitely is a great way to get involved, to network with your peers, network with potential employers and other companies, and then also just have that Wichita State Shocker experience.
Absolutely. And this is not scratching the surface of the overall other student organizations that we have, not just in Barton School, but university-wide. I always say the best thing that you can do for your college career is to get involved, to find a piece of something that you can be a part of, to be a part of a greater whole. Because the attitude from your employers is going to be, they're going to care about your grades. Don't get me wrong, but they're going to care a lot more about your experience. What have you done? What extra kind of experience have you gotten outside of the classroom? And so this gives a student a great opportunities to meet other students who are like-minded, who might share great ideas. You never know who's going to have the next great business idea, but also a great opportunities for professional networking, sometimes some exclusive internships, and sometimes exclusive scholarships as well. So every year in the fall, usually in August, we have our what we call the Back to Business Bash, and that's a great time to start to learn more about these different organizations and see about joining. And like I said, these images here don't even scratch the surface of what we have available to our students. But another way that can be a total game changer for you is through a program called our Professional Edge program. This is something we've had for about the last 5 years, and this is our student-focused professional development organization. So this doesn't cost you a penny. This is something you can join, you can enroll, doesn't cost you a penny. This is all underwritten by a partnership we have with Trust Credit Union because they see the value in investing in our students. And so what you'll get out of the Professional Edge programs, this is a 4-semester or 2-year-long program. So anybody, if you come to Wichita State as a first semester freshman, or if you come to Wichita State as a transfer student, you can take advantage of this program. You attend various seminars and workshops that are led by industry experts. So not just an extension of your class or your professor, but these are things that are done with the people making the decisions for hiring, for advancement, and things like that. So it's a great way, again, to build your network, to connect with other students, to connect with industries. And if you complete the Professional Edge program, you complete all 4 semesters. It only takes a commitment of 5 clock hours per semester, not credit hours, clock hours. It's where you go to different workshops and seminars that are at a varied schedule. But if you complete the program, you get a number of things. You get the credential on your transcript that shows, hey, I've completed this. I've done something with my time at Wichita State beyond just go to class. You get a certificate, which is actually tied to industry-specific competencies. So the businesses came to us and said, Wichita State, your students are really smart. They know their things, but we want to help them with their soft skills, or things like their resume writing, their interviewing skills, their networking skills, their communication skills, their negotiation skills. So that way, when you get that first big job and they slide that piece of paper across the table at you and says, this is your salary, we want you to know, 1, what are you worth? We want you to know, 2, okay, what is the professionally accepted way to maybe negotiate for a slightly better compensation package, whether that's leave, whether that's benefits, whether that's pay, whatever. We'll help you learn those skills. And then when you also complete this program, there are a number of companies like Spirit Aerosystems, the business operations side, Koch Industry, and others who have said, if you apply for one of their open positions and you have Professional Edge on your resume and your transcript, they will guarantee you an interview. Now, that doesn't guarantee you a job, but that interview is sometimes the hardest thing to get right out of the gate. So I say those are all the great things you get out of this program, but the most important thing you get are the skills and the confidence that speak for themselves. The ability to advocate for yourself, the ability to communicate and network more effectively. Those are the skills that make a difference in your professional life. So Professional Edge, if it's something you're interested in, you enroll in it just like another class. But that's something, it doesn't cost you anything. So if you need help enrolling in this class, you can contact myself, Caroline, or any of our academic advising team. We'll be more than happy to help you enroll.
And to answer your question, Pauline, yes, it is only 5 hours during the semester. So usually there's an introduction hour that you would attend at the beginning. There's a conclusion hour that you would attend at the end. And that takes up 2 of those 5 hours. So the other 3 hours are 3 one-hour sessions at some point during the semester that you would be able to attend.
Yep. And it is completely your choice. Obviously, that is only the minimum. You can always go to more and do a lot more to really enrich yourself. But like all things in life, you get out of it what you put into it. If you're willing to do more work than the minimum, then I think you're going to see some great opportunities here. We've had students get internships. We have a graduating senior who, due to her participation in Professional Ed, she got an internship, which then turned into a full-time job with Goldman Sachs down in Dallas. She did an internship in Washington, D.C. because of a connection she made via Professional Ed. And they're looking for very motivated, go-getting students, like you. So if this is interesting to you, let us know. We can definitely sign you up. And again, it doesn't cost you a penny.
Awesome. And then also with our programs, we do allow students the opportunity to travel the world. We do have the international business major, which has a study abroad requirement. That is the only major that actually requires students to study abroad. But with any of our other major programs, you can study abroad with those as well. So we have partnerships with Austria, China, Germany, France, Spain, Sweden, and more, as well as summer, fall, and spring semester programs that are available. If that's something that you would definitely be interested in, we would encourage you to meet with us and then also attend study abroad information sessions, just to kind of get an idea as far as when is the best time for you to study abroad based on where you want to go. Something that students aren't always aware about is that there are scholarship opportunities for studying abroad. So if that is something that you would want to do, we can get you that information, get you information about those scholarships for the summer, and then also how you can apply credits in the study abroad experience towards your major.
Yeah, and I always tell a student that a study abroad can be, potentially a once in a lifetime opportunity for a lot of folks. The group of students here that you see pictured, that's with the group that we have that goes out every summer. Obviously, recently due to current events, we haven't been able to do as much traveling abroad, but hopefully that is changing soon. But we have a program every summer. The students go to France, to Po, down in France, kind of the southern part of France. It's called our Global Entrepreneurship Program. And the Global Entrepreneurship Program is you go to Po, you take some classes there in English that transfer back to Wichita State. Some of your professors go with you too. So it's a group of students. So it's not just like you're going over there by yourself. You're with a bunch of other WSU students and WSU professors. There's Dr. Chang in there, who's our chair of our economics department. But you also get the opportunity to work with like a French company. So in previous years, they've worked with like a French chocolatier, a French vineyard and winery, a French furniture company, as they're working on developing a strategy to maybe market their products globally, bring their products over to the United States. So you're dealing with things like import restrictions, dual use technologies, kind of things like that. And you're getting, again, some excellent firsthand experience in addition to spending the summer in the south of France. And I think that you're something like, 5 kilometers away from the Mediterranean Sea. I mean, there's not a better place in the world to be in June and July than the south of France, So you get some opportunity to travel, to have some fun, but also to get some class that count towards your degree and to get that professional real world experience to say when you're at those job interviews, yes, I've done a study abroad. Yes, I've worked with a French company and we have launched a brand of wine in the United States that has sold X number of bottles. And the only thing that we'll ask you is just bring back a little sample for us. So, we've got all those cool things going on with study abroad, student engagement, student organizations, things like that. But something we haven't mentioned yet is going to be our new home. So starting in about summer 22, end of spring, early summer 2022. So really about this time next year, we'll be moving into Wayne and Kay Woolsey Hall. This is our brand new $60+ million business building under construction right now. And if you want to watch it, under construction, you totally can. Here, I'll click on this link. But they're putting the beams in the ground as we speak. And so this is going to be on the east side of campus, or also known as what are we calling this part? That part of campus?
Innovation campus.
Innovation campus. That's right. I was like engagement. No, innovation campus. But you can see here, this is the live feed of construction happening as we speak. So it just looks like a shell right now, but it's going to be something very spectacular like you see there in the image. Best part about this is going to be the location. It's right next to the pond that we have here on campus, so a very beautiful kind of scenic overlook. We're going to have this really excellent bridge that connects the parts of campus together. And it's also going to be right next to the food truck plaza on campus. So every day we have different delicious gourmet food trucks come to campus to feed us. And it's also right next to the YMCA. So I'll probably eat way too many Mexican flag fries from the Flying Stove for lunch. And then I'll have to go running off at the YMCA. But it's going to be right at the center of campus, the growing, developing part. So that way you get next door connection to the newest and latest and greatest things here on campus. So this will be available for you just in time once you start Wichita State here in the future semester. So we are really looking forward to moving over to Woolsey Hall, and it's just absolutely going to be a game changer for our programs, our students, and everybody else on campus.
As far as updates to majors, I kind of alluded to this a little bit earlier. We have 3 online majors that have been with us for several years now, which is a general business, human resource management, and management. We've recently expanded that to include accounting, marketing, and international business. So students can take these majors as online majors, but you can also still take these as on-campus classes as well. Still primarily on-campus majors would be our entrepreneurship, finance, economics, management information systems, and then any of our 4 major programs that offer the real estate emphasis. So students will need to plan on campus for those classes. We've also added some new minors as well to our degrees, such as the information technology for accountants. And then we have some dual accelerated programs. So for students who may be interested in going on and earning a master's degree, you can take some of those classes during your senior year of your undergrad work and make some progress towards those master's accelerated programs, specifically for human resource management, economics, or business analytics.
Yeah, and I'll just put in a little pitch here about specifically our business analytics programs. That is a brand new program. We did a soft launch this semester. We're doing our full rollout in the fall semester. But that dual accelerated program, again, makes such a difference for students. That's where you can enroll in classes that count for both your undergraduate and your graduate degree at the same time. The same class counts for both degrees. So you can use up to 9 credit hours of undergraduate credit towards your graduate degree. So that knocks off more than an entire semester of your master's degree in a lot of cases. And you're paying undergraduate tuition for those same classes, because graduate tuition is a little bit more expensive, but that's a great way you can save a lot of time and cost, and really kind of be strategic with how we're doing those things. So, we have that same program as Caroline alluded to for the human resources management, our economics masters, and our new business analytics masters. So any student, any major can take advantage of those things if that's something that is interested to you. But those are kind of designed to help students accelerate their progress, but also to meet the needs of our industry partners to help them get great students for the positions that they want to pay you for. So, just a little bit of information. I know, Pauline, I know you've been working with Jenna and she's got you enrolled, so I'm sure she got you taken care of, but we are also here to help you out. And kind of from this point forward is we will be working with you all your semesters from now until graduation. So, we still have advising appointments available for summer and fall. If you want to schedule one of those advising appointments, you can just let us know. Best thing to do is usually to give us a call, 316-978-3203, option 2. And our office is open Monday through Friday from 8 a.m. to 5 p.m. We also have a process known as dual advising, and that is where if a student is still attending a school like WSU Tech, and they know they're going to come to Wichita State, a year from now, or a year and a half, whatever it might be, we can still do a back and forth advising process to where you get the information you need from your WSU Tech advisor, but also we're making sure that information matches with what we need here at Wichita State. So that way there's not a question, okay, I'm taking this class over at Tech right now, is it going to transfer to Wichita State? We can eliminate that entirely, let you know, yes, this class will transfer. Also, that way we can help keep you up to date with things like scholarships, new opportunities, and all the other benefits of being a full student here in the Barton School of Business. We also have our transfer guides available because in fall semester, our general education, our business program has changed just a little bit to give students a little bit more flexibility in terms of their specific choices. But we do have those transfer guides available for students to consult, so that way they can have the master list of here's every class at WSU Tech that transfers to Wichita State for the purposes of a business degree. Right now, we're still holding all of our advising appointments remotely, either via phone or Zoom. But as the summer goes on, we'll continue to have our opportunities available in person. So we'd love to meet with you in person, and we'd love to see you on campus. But we'll always keep those remote options available for students who prefer that more. So you can learn more at our website at wichita.edu/business advising. So just kind of wrapping things up here with our general contact information. So again, our office right now is located in room 008 of Clinton Hall. That's kind of in the basement, or what we say the sub-basement in Clinton Hall. So just take the elevator or the stairs all the way down to the bottom floor, and that's where you'll find us. Our phone number again is 316-978-3203. And we always recommend that our students maybe just save that number in your phone. Maybe take a picture of this slide right here, just that way you have our contact information handy. So you don't have to scramble and search through your email, search the website to look this up. Usually the best way to contact an advisor is to email us. And we have one email address that the entire office checks. So you're going to get a much faster reply if you email business.advisor@wichita.edu. Jenna's dropped that in the chat. And then our website is wichita.edu/business advising. Obviously, if you want to contact any of us specifically, you can. My email address, I'll drop that in the chat, but that's just zachary.brown@wichita.edu. And our various opportunities to engage via social media as well. All right, so I think that kind of wraps everything up that we have to say today. Are there any other questions? Pauline, is there anything else you'd like to learn more about the Barton School of Business, Wichita State, the transfer process, the enrollment process, anything like that? I'll turn it over to Carolyn because she's really the expert there. We'll give you just a few seconds to drop something in the chat.
Yeah. And also just to point out too, is even though I am the transfer academic advisor, I still meet with all of our current business students as well. So I specialize working with our transfers and our dual advising students, any prospective students. But that's something that, if you want to continue to meet with me, we don't really assign advisors in our office. We give students that flexibility. So current students, I still meet with current students as well.
And that goes the same for all of our advisors. We have an advisor whose title is returning adult advisor. And yes, that's her primary area of outreach is to our returning adult students. But she also meets with any other students, same with our senior advisors, same with me. But any advisor can help any student, any program, and we'll make sure that you're good to go. So, okay, well, Pauline, you say you don't have any questions. If you do have any other questions, please always feel free to reach out to us. Shoot us an email, give us a call, schedule an appointment. We'll be more than happy to help you out. But above everything else, we look forward to hopefully meeting you in person and seeing you on campus in the fall semester. So I think that does it for us, Jenna. We'll turn it over to you, and thank you for having us.
Yeah, I'm going to stop the recording.